And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in once again. I'm Behind Your Art Basketball, covering the second game for today, part of a triple header for streams here. I just finished up with the SEC tournament. Congrats out to the Tennessee Vols pulling off the 15-point victory over the Texas A&M Aggies, 65-50. Also, Richmond stealing a bid in the March Madness as Richmond knocked off the Davison Wildcats 64-62. And here we go. Big game right here, the Iowa Hawkeyes. 5 seed against the Purdue Boilermakers, the 3 seed, and both of these offenses high-powered, and they are really good as far as these two teams when they can score the ball. Iowa, with a prayer yesterday, banked off the glass, and it was Jordan Bohannon with a game winner against Indiana. Purdue able to win, game down to the wire against Michigan State from yesterday. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to vote in the poll. Who do you got in this one today? Iowa or Purdue, and feel free to be a part of the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group as well that I'll be doing on that. Hilda, welcome in. Yes, that'll be a new stream, so that's the Selection Sunday stream that I'll be doing that one. So I'll be doing that on a separate stream, but we'll be doing the live reactions to the bracket reveal on the Selection Sunday stream. I already got that one scheduled in. Bradley, welcome back in. Going to be a great matchup here. Purdue, 2.5-point favorites on the line. Over-under set at 151.5. Both of these teams had scored a ball. And Iowa averaging 84 points per game. Purdue averaging over 80. Both teams do struggle with their defenses. The Iowa Hawkeyes been getting red hot lately. And they don't turn over the ball that much for them. Alright, so we're tipping off really shortly in this matchup. Purdue with the white uniforms today. Black numbers, black letters, gold outline. Iowa's going to go in the... I think they're going to go in the black uniforms today. Yellow numbers, yellow letters here for Iowa. Eric Hunter Jr., Jaden Ivey, Sasa Stefanovic, Mason Gillick, Zach Edey. That's the starting five for Purdue. Starting five for Iowa. Jordan Bohannon, Tony Perkins, Patrick McCaffrey, Keegan Murray, and Philip Rebraka. Yeah, Purdue has swept Iowa in the regular season slate, so I wouldn't be shocked here if Iowa does win this game. Iowa's actually going to go into yellow uniforms, black numbers, black letters for this game tonight. What's good, Salvador Chavez? Welcome to stream, man. I think it's going to be tough now for BYU to make the bracket, considering what just happened, that Richmond just beat Davison. Yeah, I just saw that. Hawkeyes have been on a tear because of that one man right there, Jordan Bohannon from yesterday, 30-footer. He banked it against Indiana. Seems like he's been there just for ages now. Iowa left to right in the court, Purdue right to left as we tip off underway. Bohannon gets the ball first for the Hawkeyes. Ethan, welcome back in, man. Off to Keegan Murray at the wing. Murray defended by Gillis, dribbles towards his left and the outside, hands it off to Bohannon. Bohannon at the top on Ivy. Bohannon lobs it over to Murray, gets a touch. Murray, jumper, baseline, hits it. Keegan Murray for 2. An absolute bucket getter. So they put that to the first. First possession for Purdue. Boilermakers with the ball. They move it on top to Gillis. Pass down low off to Edey. Evie cutter as he is covered by Rebraka. And that's a total mismatch right there. Zach Edey 7-4, and he banks it off the pivot move. 2-2. Yeah, I think it's going to end right before 6. It should. A lot of these games have gone late. I think last year it went into overtime, I feel like. Spin move, up and off the rim, no good. Tip in, it's good though by Perkins. A little bit of help backdoor right there for Iowa. Yeah, there's been some late Big Ten championship games. Good to have this game tip off right around 3:30. Edey moves it on top off to Gillis. Passes off to Stefanovic. Stefanovic dribbles, attacks down the lane. Left hand, missed off the glass. Couldn't get the dunk in by Edey off the rim, and Iowa comes back with the basketball. Hawkeyes' third possession. They've scored in their first two. Rebraca hands it off to Perkins. Bounce pass towards the left, into the hands to Keegan Murray. Got the first basket of the game. It goes over to Patrick McCaffrey. Jumper, elbow, and no good. Skipped around the rim. Zach Edey with a defensive board. Yeah, it was Illinois-Ohio State last year. That was a classic going down to the wire. Malika, welcome back in. Inside Eric Hunter. Defended by Bohannon. Turnaround off the front rim. Miss. Bohannon able to come up, scoop the defensive rebounds. Iowa will take it up the court. Bohannon moves it outside to Keegan Murray. Pass down low off to a cup. Puts it through contact. Scores up and through for two. It's Philip Rebraca. 6-2 Iowa with 17:53 in the first. This game's going to be a shootout today. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. One free throw coming up by Rebraca. And no good, skipped around the rim and out. Defensive rebound pulled down by Edey of Purdue. 2 minutes into the game. Purdue has the ball. They'll take it up the court with Hunter. Eric Hunter passes outside into the hands to Gillis. Moves it on top to Edey. Passes down low to a cut by Hunter. And Hunter will draw the foul. It's going to be picked up by Rebraca. Clock will stop. 17:35 left to play. And Purdue will get the inbound coming up. Or they're going to say free throws. So Eric Hunter Jr. will head to the free throw line. Okay, so blocking fall. So Hunter Jr. will shoot two. First shot, missed off the back rim. Second shot coming up at the line by Eric Hunter. And he connects on the second one. 17.5 left to go in the first. Yes, I think it's better than last year. The defensive numbers have been down this season than last year. Murray at the top, dribbles up. Turnaround by Murray. Missed around the rim and out. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Perkins of the Hawkeyes. It will be Purdue ball. So I think a buzzer beater, potentially. I think this game has 80s written all over it for the final score. I predicted Purdue like a week ago. Since I predicted that, I'm going to stay with my prediction. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if Iowa wins this game. As that's Ivy right to the cup. He scores with a right hand. I took Purdue by 4, 84-40. But based on how I was playing, I don't think... I think they got a really good chance to win the Big Ten title for Iowa. So I filled out one of those ESPN tournament challenge things. And I had Purdue in that. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I got to stay with a prediction. But this Iowa team just keeps on looking better by the day. Right there, they're going to draw a foul. So this will send Hawkeyes to the free throw line coming up. It's going to be on Edey. Picks up his first blocking foul. This game is at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Pretty sure. Or Gamebridge Fieldhouse now. That's what they call it in Indianapolis. They changed the name. First shot is good. 16:44 left to go. One more free throw coming up for Keegan Murray. He's been an absolute stud all season long. Bucket after bucket after bucket, and that one is good. Edey now on the bench for Purdue. So they don't have that much size in the game. They got Travion Williams now, but 7'4" Edey is on the bench. Deflected pass. Iowa forces the turnover. Burst the speed ahead. Bohannon with the right hand. Scores. 10-5 Hawkeyes. Have to be careful with the basketball against this Iowa team. Iowa doesn't turn it over that much and able to force one right there. 16:20 left to play. Williams puts the ball into the hands to Hunter, edge of the logo. Now off to Ivy. Jaden Ivy, top of the free throw circle. Working on Perkins, deflected, gets it back. 8 on the shot clock. Ivy driving straight down the lane. Moves it outside, able to pick it up. Stefanovic, 3 on the shot clock. Rises, fade away. Oh, baby, what a shot right there by Sasha. That's a big-time shot making. 16 minutes left to go as he drills a 3 falling away. Iowa with the ball down low. Get that out of there. Travion Williams with a rejection. Hawkeyes have the ball back. Murray. Bounce pass into Williams, and we're going to have a foul. Clock will stop. 15:45 left to go. It's going to be charged to Ivy reaching in. So Purdue in quite a bit of foul trouble right now, too. That's their 4th as a team. 1 by Gillis, 1 by Hunter Jr., 1 by Ivy, and 1 on the bench for Edey now. As Edey was on the bench during the last couple minutes, subbed in for Travion Williams. All right, we head to the timeout. 10-8 Iowa. Yep, doesn't shock me there. Nets beat the Knicks 110-107. Even though I think that was a home game, so Kyrie couldn't play. Basically, that's the Knicks season in a nutshell, just losing close games. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified future live streams that I do cover. And yeah, both of these teams in the tournament, they're going to be in shootouts. These two teams are just lights out. Like they can score the ball. The big question with these two teams is how are they going to hold up defensively? That's the thing. And if they go cold, that could get to be a problem. Because both of these teams got shot makers all around. What's good, Aaron? Welcome to the stream, man. Right now, we're just on the timeout. Great game so far. Iowa up 10-8 with 15:45 left to go. That's 18 points combined in the first 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Both of these teams shooting 50% even from the floor. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Also, I'll post the link out in the chat if anybody's interested. Feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. And after this tonight, I'll be covering the Selection Sunday live show. So the Selection Sunday bracket, will be doing the bracket reveal. So I'll be doing my live reactions to the bracket reveal later today. That'll be in a separate stream, so make sure to ring that notification bell to get notified about that. $15:45 left to play. Inbound for Iowa's. They have the ball. Outside of Bohannon. Bohannon at the top of the key. He's defended by Hunter Jr. Able to get around the screen towards his left. Bohannon moves it out towards his right to McCaffrey. McCaffrey off of a double team. Passes off to Murray. Back to Bohannon. Deep range 3. Pulls up for the 30-footer. Couldn't connect on it, though. And Ivy comes down with a defensive rebound for Purdue. Electric fast. Passes down low off to Travion Williams. And he puts it through for 2. 10-10. Both of these teams just so fast as far as their tempo. Hawkeyes with the ball. 15-10 left to go. Out to the wing. It's off to Murray. That is Chris Murray. He gives it over to Perkins. Perkins hands it off to Patrick McCaffrey. Patrick McCaffrey at the top of the key. With some space, moves it out to his left to Tony Perkins. 5 on the shot clock. Tony Perkins, top of the free throw circle. Passes out to the corner. Open, range 3. Missed off the front rim by Patrick McCaffrey. Offensive rebound with a putback. It's good by Keegan Murray. 12-10 Iowa. Purdue's been struggling boxing out despite they have all the size in the world. Haven't been able to box out and grab rebounds. Boilermakers with the ball. At the wing with Stefanovic. Stefanovic bounce pass into the hands to Travion Williams. Backs his way mid-block. Pass deflected. Able to get it back, though. 8 on the shot clock. Outside pump fake. It's off to Hunter. Hunter attacks. Kick out corner Gillis. Gillis dribbles into the key. Gillis floats up the shot. Off the front and missed. Right-hand rebound snatched by Travion. Out to the top. Ivy. Deep range 3. Halfway down. Couldn't find his way, though. And Iowa comes up with a defensive board. 14 minutes left to go. Here's a 3. Keegan Murray missed at the top. They're just going for possessions where one player gets a touch. 14 minutes left to go in the first. Purdue with the ball. Turnaround. Off the screen. Missed by Stefanovic. Back it goes to Iowa. Tony Perkins past midcourt here for the Hawkeyes. Perkins at the top. Passes out to his left. Another 3. Jacked by Chris this time. And Chris Murray hits it. So Keegan's brother Chris gets on the board with a triple. And Iowa extends it to a 5-point lead. Purdue has the ball, attacking right down the lane, going backdoor of reverse hand. Jaden Ivey for 2. Hawkeyes pushing tempo. Floats it up off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound, tip to the perimeter, able to pick it up with Bohannon. Moves it on top, now out to the corner. 3 on its way, skipped around the rim and missed by Perkins. And it's going to be a loose ball fall assessed to Jaden Ivey. That's Jaden Ivey's second. Or it's going to be on Gillis. So Gillis gets called for it. Ivy was close in the area. It will be Gillis who picks up the foul. So Gillis first as Ivy was trying to force the tie-up. Off the rebound by Chris Murray. Keegan Murray's got 6 points and Chris Murray's got 3. $13 minutes left to go in the first. Inbound for Iowa. Out to the corner. Jacking up an open 3. Couldn't convert. Stefanovic comes up with a defensive rebound. Off to Ivy. Ivy lost the handle. Down the lane. Battle for the loose ball. And Iowa will scoop it up and they force the turnover. That is turnover number 2 by Purdue. Open 3. Bohannon launching. Couldn't convert. Travion Williams with a defensive rebound. 12:40 left to go. Purdue with the ball up the court. Both teams cold from 3 to start out. 1 for 7 by Iowa, 1 for 2 by Purdue. As Ivy will move it outside. Now Williams. Bounce pass. What a find. Behind 2 defenders. That is a bucket there by Ethan Morton, number 25. Incredible vision right there by the point forward for Travion Williams. Chris Murray backs his way. Hook in the key. Rolled around the rim and out. Purdue with a defensive rebound. 12 minutes left to go in the first. This has been a fast-paced game so far. Purdue has it at the wing. It's Ethan Morton. Gives it out to the top, Williams. Williams looking to pass it. Passes off to the cut. Deflected and stolen away. Hawkeyes with a steal by Keegan. Pass up the court. And battle for the loose ball. Picked up in the corner by Purdue. We're going to take immediate time on the floor. Clock will stop here. 11:48 left to go. Some great vision with playmaking in this game. Travion Williams, no look behind the back pass off to Ethan Morton on the last possession. Yusuf, welcome in. Things going pretty well here, man. Both of these teams at one point were in a track meet against each other. Now they've slowed down the scoring. As it's Iowa up by 1, 15-14 with 11:48 in the first. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA games here on the channel. Thanks so much all for joining in today. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is posted out in the chat. All are welcome to do so. After this stream tonight, I'll be covering the Selection Sunday live stream, so feel free to pop in for that one also. I'll see if I can get up that link. So I just posted that Selection Sunday live stream link there so you guys know where it is when I do go back live at 6 later today. Number 1 seed was Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Illinois was the 1 seed, even though Wisconsin... Okay, so yep, Wisconsin 0-1 record against Illinois, so even though Wisconsin had a better win-loss record. So Illinois was the 1 seed, Wisconsin was the 2. Purdue 3, Rutgers was a 4. So we're just about to come back from the timeout here. 15-14 Iowa with a lead with 11:15 left to play in the first. It's going to be Purdue basketball. Purdue gets the inbound. They take it past midcourt with Isaiah Thompson. Moves it on top off to Newman. Handoff to Thompson. 15 on the shot clock. Thompson defended around the perimeter by Toussaint. Moves it on top. Lob down low off to Edey. Edey backs his way on Josh Ungendelli. Now forces a double team, and Edey called on a turnover. Matt Painter unhappy about the call as well. So Edey traveling there. That's turnover number 4 by Purdue. Iowa leading the turnover battle so far, 4-1. Toussaint at the top, pass deflected, gets it back. Toussaint, the right baseline dribble. Underneath the hoop for Toussaint. Bounce pass, bobble ball, Ungendelli. Moves it to the perimeter to Keegan Murray. 11 minutes left to go. Keegan on the outside. Bounce pass to Ungendelli. 4 on the shot clock. Takes it down the lane. Left hand scores up and in through Edey right there. Going for size. 6'10" big from the UK. Josh Ungendelli. 10:45 left to go in the first. Purdue with it around the perimeter. Top of the key, Newman. Newman passes out to Stefanovic. Takes the 3. Hit the rim short. And Iowa scoops up the loose ball. Here they go. Pushing it fast. Keegan Murray at the wing. Dribbles left baseline. Forces a double team. Keegan. Passes on top off to Toussaint. Moves it towards his left to Connor McCaffrey. McCaffrey defended by Stefanovic. Pushes it towards his right to Bohannon, who dribbles towards his left. Turns the corner. Back outside with it around the wing. Bohannon will hand it off now to Toussaint. 5 in the shot clock. Toussaint dribbles, floats up a wild type of shot, and he gets it right into the front row with the cameraman right there, and Toussaint scores off the window. That was off balance and able to just kiss it off the glass. 10 minutes left to go in the first. Purdue with the ball on the outside. Thompson passes it on top to Stefanovic. Moves it out towards his left to the wing to Newman. Dumps it down low. Edey coughs it up. Double teamed, and Iowa able to scoop up the loose ball and steal it away from Edey. Let's keep a track of these turnover numbers right now. That's Purdue's 5th. Iowa has it at the top of the key, Bohannon. Bohannon towards his right, takes the 3. Off the front rim, missed, and the loose ball scooped up on the rebound by Thompson. I took Purdue in this game, but that was like a week ago when I was making my picks. I wouldn't be shocked if Iowa wins. Wouldn't be shocked if Iowa wins convincingly either, as Iowa comes away with another steal. Just by the basis of how these two teams have been playing here, Iowa's red hot, and Purdue is just skating by in conference play, as that is a fall away. Missed pinwheels around. Purdue with a defensive rebounds against teams that have players in and out of the lineup. They skated by against Michigan State yesterday, and that's a bad pass. No points by Purdue in the last 3.5 minutes, and that's a big concern going into the tournament. Driving right down the lane. Heavy contact. No call by the officials right there. Goes right back to Purdue. Purdue down by 5, and they lose the ball once again. Bohannon. Pass up the court. Toussaint lays it up and in. It's good. 21-14 with 8:37 left to go. It's just one team is surging. The other team had reached its peak 3 months ago. 6-zip run by the Hawkeyes. Turnovers, 8 of them by Purdue. won by Iowa. I think all the games, like, lately, I've looked at, it's come down to better free throw percentage and turnovers. Because the last 6 games that I covered, the team with a better free throw percentage won all of those. And that included Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's one of the best free throw shooting teams nationally. 21-14. Purdue with 6 turnovers in a 4-minute span. It's those questions going into the tournament. Jordan Bohannon, proven guard for Iowa, leadership experience. Purdue. Who's the point on this team? Who's the playmaker that's going to come out? And that's the thing. They're another team, if they draw a Colgate, I would watch out for in that 2 versus 15 matchup. Especially since they'll be in a track meet all night long. Ivy gets fouled. It's going to send Jaden Ivey to the free throw line. It's just, they're such a deep team, but the minutes aren't distributed correctly down the lineup. That's the thing. You got main guys that need to play much more minutes than they deserve to be playing right now. First shot missed by Ivy off the back rim. Didi, welcome back in. 8:27 left to go in the first. Second shot coming up by Purdue. And this has been a problem for them lately, is scoring spells. This team's efficiency has just plummeted downwards. Second one coming up. That's good. $8:20 left to go in the first. Actually, Colgate's probably going to be a 15, so they have a shot at probably Duke or Auburn. Falling away, jumper, hits it with space. That is good for another 2-point shot by Peyton Sandfort of Iowa. So they lead it by 8. 8 minutes left to go in the first. Pass midcourt, Gillis. Ivy makes the decision off the Travion, and the layup is good. Count it. And the foul by Travion Williams. With Travion in the game, things start to go the right way. And we've seen that today so far. A beautiful pass behind his back. This man should be getting much more minutes. Coming off the bench this season. We're going to take a timeout. 23-17 the score. Let's see what we got going on. One other conference tournament at this moment. American Conference Final. It is Houston leading Memphis 31-22. I feel like Houston's a team that a lot of people just like bet against, and they always prove you wrong. That's typical Houston there. They got some really good efficiency numbers for shooting efficiency. Slower tempo type of offense, and they've always been known for their defense. So despite being multiple players down this season for Houston, they just find ways to win. They had lost against Memphis twice. They got swept against Memphis, so third time's the charm. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in today, being a part on the stream. Right now, as we got ourselves a really good game here. Big Ten Championship. Feel free to hit me up in the chat. Who you got in this one? Iowa or Purdue? 7 steals by the Hawkeyes. That's the difference maker. It's led to 8 total turnovers by the Boilermakers in the first 12 minutes of the game. You cannot have that in March. Turnovers. Seen too many teams get eliminated in the bracket because of turnovers. It's just the discipline for this Purdue team. Yesterday, there was a call that Salsa Stefanovic was yelling in the face of another Michigan State player. It's just things like that, like lack of discipline that could cost you games if it comes down to close games like that. 8 minutes left to go. Travion Williams at the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot's good. He had and one opportunity, so that's the only one he got. 23-18. Iowa back with the basketball under 8 minutes left to go. Third time looking to be the charm for Iowa. They get swept in the regular season by Purdue. If they can keep on maintaining it, Iowa by 5 as they'll get the inbound. McCaffrey moves it out to the top to Rebraka. Gives it over to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray top of the key. Defended by Travion Williams. Moves it out towards his left to Sanford. Sanford gives it now to the baseline. Aaron Eulis passes off to his right. Murray pulls up for a deep range 3. Swoosh. Keegan Murray. Big time 3-ball launch right there. And Iowa goes up by 8. Keegan Murray leading scorer in the game. He's got 9 points. 7:20 left to go in the first. Purdue with the ball. Top of the key with Ivy. Ivy defended by Eulis. Ivy moves it out to the wing to Gillis. Gillis shoots a 3 off the front rim, tipped around Travion Williams. Defensive rebound, bounce pass. Cut made and drawing a foul, as it will send Gillis to the line. 7:04 left to go. Mason Gillis will shoot 2 coming up. First shot by Gillis. That's good. What's good, Derpy on the stream? Welcome in. Second shot's good by Gillis. 6-point game. Gillis will check out of the game now with 7:04 left to play. So Iowa will take it up the court. Aaron Eulis, 7 minutes left to go before half. Eulis at the top of the key. Moves it out to Keegan Murray. Made 1-3 on the outside, that same spot. Missed that time off the mark. Tipped off the glass. Travion Williams with the defensive board. Purdue comes back with the basketball. Ivy. At the elbow. Bounce pass. Down low. Williams, nice feed to the corner. Here's a 3-ball. Look at that. That's good. Eric Hunter Jr. lets it rain. It's a 3-point game. 6.5 left to go in the first. This team is so much better whenever Travion Williams is on the court. McCaffrey. Patrick McCaffrey towards his left around the outside. Gives it over to Sanford. Now back to Patrick McCaffrey at the baseline. He backs his way in. Stefanovic falling away. Tough shot. Missed off the rim. Travion Williams comes out with a big defensive rebound. He's a perfect 2 of 2. 5.7 rebounds by Travion Williams with 2 assists. Ivy. Pass deflected into coverage. Stolen away. Poor decision there. Looking for a triple team with yellow jerseys in the key. Iowa comes out with a steal. 9 turnovers in the first half by Purdue. Just 1 by Iowa. 5:45 left to go. Hawkeyes with the ball. Patrick McCaffrey moves it out to the top of the free throw circle. Josh Ogundelli takes a jumper, not his shot. And he airballed it to the right of the rim. It goes out of bounds. Coming back into the game, Connor McCaffrey and Tony Perkins once again for Iowa. Connor's brother, Patrick McCaffrey, heading towards the bench right now for the Hawkeyes. Ethan Morton going to head towards the bench. Also, Zach Edey still on the bench. So Purdue's got Gillis, Hunter Jr., Ivy, Travion Williams, and Sasha Stefanovic. Ivy passes off to Travion. Travion Williams at the elbow, crossover, jumper. As he takes one, missed off the mark, gets his own rebound back, powers his way inside, and missed the second time around. Another offensive rebound at the corner. Off to Stefanovic. Skip pass, Gillis. At the low block, dribbles back outside. Turns the corner. Driving down the lane, it's Hunter. Missed off the rim a third time, and Iowa comes out with a defensive board. 5 minutes left to go in the first. 3 possessions, 3 misses for Purdue. Hawkeyes by 3. Slowing down tempo with McCaffrey. McCaffrey at the top of the key. Towards his left, he dribbles. Gives it outside. It's off to Sanford. Passes back out to Perkins. Perkins crossover. Dribbles down the lane. Floats up a runner. Gets it on the teardrop for 2 more. Tony Perkins, as he is up to 4 points. Purdue has yet to score in the last 2 minutes. So another scoring drought. Second one of the game by the Boilermakers. Purdue's got 2 fouls picked up by Gillis. 1 each by Edey, Ivy, and Hunter Jr. As Purdue misses a shot. Rebound back to Iowa. Perkins slows it down at the wing. Moves it out to the corner. Keegan Murray rises for the J. Missed off the back rim. And a defensive rebound pulled down by Travion Williams. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Iowa by 8. Purdue on a 2.5-minute scoring drought. Stefanovic. Bounce pass left wing Gillis. Gillis moves it over into the hands to Travion. Gets it as the ball poked loose. Passes out to the wing. Extra pass. Hunter Jr. to Stefanovic. Took a 3. Missed off the back rim. Defensive rebound back to Keegan Murray. Under 4 minutes left to go before half. Perkins has it at the wing. Dribbles. Jumper. Mid-range. Stop and pop. He hits it. Too easy. 30-23 Hawkeyes with 3.5 left to go. Purdue will take it up the court. Perkins with 6 points for Iowa. Boilermakers with the ball. Lob to the top of the free throw circle off to Gillis. Passes to his right to Travion Williams. Travion, pivot move, down low, going backdoor, looking for the foul call, and he'll get one. Or no. Will he or not? Yes, he will. It's on Mulvey. He was close to the baseline there. They're going to say it's a blocking foul picked up by Riley Mulvey of Iowa. We'll head to another timeout. Hawkeyes by 7, 30-23, as Purdue is in a 3.5-minute scoring drought right now. Yeah, this is really concerning for Purdue. Knowing that your defense struggles and that lately your team's gotten into scoring droughts, something that didn't really happen first part of the season. Their scoring numbers have plummeted from the 90s to the 60s now. Travion Williams by far is the best player on the court. 5 points, 9 rebounds for Travion Williams. And he's also got 2 assists as well. No fouls picked up by Travion. Yeah, interesting. If they get up to a 4 seed, I think they're probably going to pull a 5 seed for Iowa. I wouldn't want to see South Dakota State. If you get a 5 seed in the bracket, that's a shootout game right there. South Dakota State comes in red hot. Houston looking good in the American Championship game. 36-22 over Memphis going into halftime. They just seem to find ways to win no matter what for Houston. What's good, Joe? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Iowa's been one of the hottest teams lately. Can't wait till the bracket comes out later tonight. Feel free to join in for the Selection Sunday live stream. That's at 6 p.m. I'll be doing my live reactions. I posted a link out in the chat if anybody's interested. So I'll have the... I created like a bracket kind of tier graphic that I had like last year. And then I just fill in the teams, and I have my camera in the middle. Yeah, that would be an incredible matchup. It comes down to who can hit the big-time shots late, because Jordan Bohannon, very capable of doing that. That would be a nice game. Iowa by 7, 3:10 left to go before halftime. Let's see what Iowa's got right now. Iowa is drawing a 5 seed against South Dakota State in Joe Lunardi's bracket. There we go. And then Iowa is drawing in Jerry Palms. They've got them as a 6 seed against Loyola Chicago. I think that 6 is a little bit too low based on how Iowa's been playing lately. I would go with Notre Dame right now. I think Notre Dame's going to make it, but they're going to be like the last team in for Notre Dame. I think that win against Kentucky saves them. Logomir, welcome to the stream. Purdue gets the inbound. Quick reach and fall committed by Iowa. It's going to be charged to Bohannon, his first. 3:09 left to go. Purdue will get another inbound coming up. Or they're going to say Ethan Morton will go to the line here, shooting free throw. So that's Iowa's 7th. And he missed the free throw. Morton off the back rim. Ball goes back to the Hawkeyes. Tony Perkins. Top of the key defended by Ivy. Dribbles towards his right. Perkins moves it out to his left. Bohannon spots up, takes the 3, missed off the back rim, tipped up in the battle for the rebound, goes out to Ivy. Oh, he shot out of a cannon. Here he goes, right down the lane with the right hand, and he scores coast to coast by Jaden Ivey. This dude can single-handedly take over games. Big question is how many minutes is he's going to get with a really just large mix of players on this team that got a handful of minutes that they have to split up. Missed shot from the top by Iowa. They've gone cold. Purdue comes out with the rebounds. Ivy. Crafty move to the bucket. Couldn't finish. Edey. Triple teamed. Turnaround. Gets it. Just like that, Purdue able to grind out 2 possessions and back winning 3 they are. Perkins floats up the shot mid-range. Off the mark. Tipped. And it goes back to Edey with a defensive rebound. Purdue starting to find rhythm. And Perkins called on the reach-in. So Iowa getting in some foul trouble. That's their 8th as a team. Philip Rebraka and Chris Murray with 2 fouls each. Everybody else with either 1 or 0. Some of the teams I really like that think they can make it deep, that would be Kansas. Still like Kentucky, considering yesterday, even though they lost to Tennessee. I like Tennessee too. Villanova, I think Villanova is going to be a dangerous team to get out. I think Villanova can make it to the Final Four. Kansas, Kentucky, Villanova, Tennessee is right there too. All depends on the matchups. There's extra spots for teams like Texas Tech, Gonzaga, never count them out, Arizona. Some of the teams I've seen really just shine this season. But I think the 2 teams under the radar that's been playing excellent basketball lately, that's Tennessee and Villanova. Iowa just scored up and through. 32-27. One shot coming up at the line for the Hawkeyes by Josh Ungandeli. Hawkeyes have caught fire as well. Missed shot off the back rim. Rebound goes to Purdue. Minute and a half left to go in the first. Yeah, I'm really high on Kansas. Kansas, all they needed, because they have such a good backcourt, all they needed was depth to their team. And Remy Martin this week, he proved me that Kansas is a championship team. They've got the most wins out of any teams in Quad 1 and 2. They've got 19 Quad 1 and 2 victories combined. And they were able to beat Texas Tech twice. They've played against the toughest defenses in all college basketball, yet they've shown efficiency too with it. Shot clock down to 0. Iowa with a 3 at the horn, and Jordan Bohannon, the man, he sinks it. Talk about that shot making right there in the nick of time. 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Purdue with the ball. They've gone on 2 scoring droughts. That's why they're not up in this one. Can they make a shot right here? Out to the top, Travion Williams. Hands it off to Ivy. Ivy launches for 3. He hits it. Jaden Ivey with a 3 ball. It's a 3-point game. 10 seconds left to go. Iowa with a chance to go up by 2 possessions with a made bucket. Bohannon. Does he have another moment here before half? Bohannon, 30-footer launching, and he airballs it. Goes out of bounds with 1/10 of a second. I think that's too predictable right now. Everybody in the building knows that he's the one, like Steph Curry, that's going to pull up in late game scenarios. And you can't make it too predictable just yet. You need to have that in the bag at the right place. And you got other players that can fire away from 3 as well. She should have probably looked for another touch there for Iowa. We had the halftime, 35-32 Hawkeyes. Great game so far going down between these two teams. Jordan Bohannon's incredible. 3 years ago in the tournament, I covered the Iowa-Tennessee game, and he was lights out, hitting everything. Like, it seemed like he's been there for like a decade plus. 6 years in the making for Jordan Bohannon. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. I think for me, it all depends on the matchups that's going to happen in the tournament. Because what I've seen this time around is if one team lost to that team the first time, the second time around, the other team wins. So say if Arizona and Tennessee face off together, I think Arizona is going to win that game. Because they're feeling some extra motivation to do so after losing the first time. But if Tennessee takes on Purdue, I think Tennessee's got a good chance to win that because Tennessee had lost to Purdue back in November. So all depends on when the bracket comes out, but a lot of teams I really like. Kansas, Villanova, Kentucky, Tennessee, Gonzaga, Texas Tech, Arizona, a lot of good teams. Yeah, this is going to be a tough bracket because there's so many teams that can take it. So many ways you can go with it. Yeah. All depends on the matchups, who gets who. Because whoever gets Vermont in the first rounds, that is, I don't know if anybody's. That's a tough team to predict. They've only played one Power 5 or Power Conference team against Providence back in December. That team is stacked with seniors too. They're gonna give somebody a tough run. Houston up at the half. They lead Memphis 36-24. Yeah. I feel like just for them, they're missing like a star of that team for Texas Tech. That's the thing. They have just such a deep team that their defense can get them so far. It's just they don't really have like enough like knockdown type of shooters. That's the only thing. That's why I'm like held back from them in the championship. Really good game here so far. Coming down to turnovers, been a big difference maker in this first half. 9 turnovers by Purdue, 1 by Iowa. Iowa's got just 6 points off of those turnovers, though. Points in the paint battle is even, 18-18. Purdue is just so dominant on the glass. So much size in this team. 27-15. Purdue leads in the glass. Purdue got on to 2 scoring droughts at one point, and that's allowed Iowa to have this lead. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream. Right now we're just at halftime here. Really good game of the Big Ten Championship. Richmond against Providence in the first round. Oh boy. Richmond is so sneaky. That team is super sneaky. I think they got a chance there. They seem to like bust brackets like every so often for Richmond. What I worry about is because Providence has faced a lot of like younger teams, and they've lost close games against teams that are experienced. Got swept against Villanova. I think worst case right now would be Vermont. Vermont was down by 10 at the dunk at halftime, and then they evened it up in the second half against Providence. I think Vermont right now is firing on all cylinders. I think best case for them would probably be. I think Chattanooga could be hard too. Maybe a team like New Mexico State. I think that game could be close. But I feel like Providence would probably have itself enough what it takes in that game there. New Mexico State just like always makes it close, but they just can't get over the hump. It seems like they've had a couple really like bad losses at the end of their conference too. Yeah, that's right. They had one of their key players was out. Yeah, I think it was Al Durham who was out that game. Yeah, probably South Dakota State or Chattanooga. They could be matched up with them. which those are teams I worry about. Chattanooga by far has got experience. Chattanooga certainly has the defense. Yeah, I think probably looking at what teams could possibly be like a 13, I think like a 13 or a 12 seed. New Mexico State, if they're a 13, Providence is a 13. Because I feel like I just looked at their scoring. Providence is the deeper team. Because they go, I think, through two guys on this team. Teddy Allen and looks like Jabari Rice. I think they're a slower paced team too, so they're kind of like the same as Providence. That's going to be like a slow paced game. Yeah, Chattanooga. That's a team that's got a bunch of experience. So right now we're just at halftime. Quick update on the scores running down throughout college basketball from today. I covered earlier Tennessee against Texas A&M. Tennessee got the victory in the SEC championship, 65-50. Richmond stole a bid into the bracket, 64-62. Richmond over Davison, winning the A10 tournament championship. And then Yale able to knock off Princeton, 66-64. So just two more bids to be crowned, and then Selection Sunday coming up in around an hour and a half. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Providence coming off of a blowout. That's not themselves. Yep, anything is possible. Just ask Lehigh, Mercer, Oral Roberts. Oh, yeah, anything's possible. Yeah, Providence, when they got crushed at Marquette, they came back and they beat St. John's. So I'm looking to see how they respond here. Yes. I'll be coming to selection show reactions. I'll put that link in the chat if anybody's interested there to bookmark it, come back for later. That's basically all set in stone. There's nothing else that BYU can do. All they have to do is just sit and wait now. And they'll see if they hear their name get called. Yeah, that's the most stressful day for bubble teams across America. So stressful. Vaughn's going to pick a 2 seed to lose against a 15 seed. Yeah, it might happen depending on the matchups. Really might happen. I'm not sure if a 14 is going to beat a 3. I think there could be damage with the 12s and the 13s though. Yep, UMBC. Classic example. I think we got some damage, 13s and 12s this tournament. And then I think between the 13 and the 14, there's quite a bit of a drop off, I feel like. Between, let's see who they got as 13s. Vermont and Chattanooga. Those are some of the 13s. And then a drop off between Longwood and Akron as 14s. 15 is Jacksonville State, which I don't get. I thought they'd be a 16 play-in since they didn't win the conference championship. Yeah, BYU's probably going to be in the NIT. We'll wait and see later today if it's enough to get them in. Colgate's a 15, Georgia State's a 15, and Delaware is a 15. So what we've seen from the bracket in the past, anything's certainly possible. Yeah, Delaware just won 3 conference games in a row in their tournament to win. What's good, Aaron? Welcome to the stream, man. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. We'll keep it up for a few more minutes. Iowa or Purdue? Big takeaway in the first half. 8 steals by the Hawkeyes led the Purdue with 9 total turnovers. Iowa with a 3-point lead at half. And Purdue hanging in this game because of rebounds. 27-15 on the glass. Huge difference there. Iowa's jacked up 15 threes. They made just 3 of them. Purdue is 3 of 9 from the outside. It's just so tough to judge teams that get hot from 3 because they can get hot at any moment and go on the streak. That's the thing. So I think that happened 4 years ago. Marshall was just ripping through the threes against Wichita State. Travion Williams, he has been significant today for Purdue, keeping them in this game. 12 minutes by Travion Williams. He has got 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. I think it all determines on his minutes in the second half. Because Edey's in a little bit of foul trouble right now. Zach Edey, 2 personal fouls picked up, 2 turnovers. He's got 4.6 rebounds. What's good, Lorenzo? Welcome back. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribers. Here we go. Back into action for half number 2 right now. It's going to be Purdue basketball left to right on the court. They have it. Ivy gives it down low off to Edey. So Edey is out there right now on the court. As Travion Williams starts the second on the bench. Ivy at the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles up. Drives down the lane. Right hand. Puts it up and scores. It's a 1-point game. It's been Williams and Ivy keeping them in this matchup. Jaden Ivey, the top scorer, 12 points for Purdue. First possession for Iowa. Bohannon moves it out on top to Patrick McCaffrey. I think they're going to be a 2 seed in the NIT. Floats one up. It's off the back rim by McCaffrey, but he gets fouled by Stefanovic. So Patrick McCaffrey will head to the free throw line, shoot 2 for the Hawkeyes. This game's going by pretty fast so far, which is good. Unless we get overtime, then we push it a little bit into the Selection Sunday process. But that's supposed to start off at 6. If this game does end early, I might start it off a little bit earlier for that stream, so we can get more people in before the selection show starts off. Utah Valley, probably the CBI or something. 1 for 2 that trip at the free throw line for the Hawkeyes. First minute of the second half. Top of the key, Hunter Jr. Moves it outside to Ivy. Ivy floats it up over the top. Gets Edey. Edey with a turnaround hook, and he ties it up at 36. Down low for Keegan Murray, going to dribble back out. A three at the corner taken, and that is good by Iowa. Keegan Murray, a bucket. 39-36 Hawkeyes. 18.5 left to play. Ivy moves down top. Gillis lobs it down low. They're going to give Edey a touch. He's got size. Around the rim, missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Tipped up. Ivy has it again. And a sea of 4 yellow uniforms. And Zach Edey's going to go to the free throw line. So coming up at the line will be Zach Edey here. 18-11 left to go. First shot is good. Oh yeah, man. Really like the logo there for Creighton. It's great. One of the best logos, in my opinion, too. 18 minutes left to go in the second. 1 point game. Iowa has the ball. Keegan Murray backs his way. Down low post spin move. Underneath. He gets blocked. Goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Iowa ball. Inbound to the top for the Hawkeyes. They'll hand it off to Bohannon. Shoots the three. Missed off the front rim. And the battle for the rebound goes to Edey. Northern Colorado's got a pretty good logo for them. Jumper for a deep two. It's good by Eric Hunter Jr. Purdue has the lead. So Iowa started going a scoring spell, and that's allowed Purdue to take their first lead of the game. They've been just hanging in there all game long. Iowa fall away. Keegan Murray missed off the back rim. Battle for the defensive rebound. Scooped up by Rabraka. Back on top. Another chance. There's a three. Right down the chute. That one goes by Keegan Murray. The lead was short-lived as the Hawkeyes go up by 2. Keegan Murray, 15 points, top scorer in the game. Jaden Ivey's got 12 for Purdue. 17 minutes left to go in the second. Top of the key for Purdue. Turning the corner, Hunter Jr. driving down the lane, left hand off the backboard, no good. Saved by Edey though. Fastball out to the top off to Ivy. Gillis passes towards his right to Stefanovic. Ivy, right down the lane, takes it to the cup and he scores up and through for 2. So explosive right there. Jaden Ivey, 14 points. Him and Travion Williams carrying Purdue right now. Iowa with the ball. The right wing perimeter, Philip Rabraka. Hands it off to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray dribbles to the left elbow. Backs his way down inside the low post. Moves it outside off to Perkins. Perkins launches a 3. Hit the rim short. And the rebound controlled by Gillis. Approaching the 16-minute mark left to play. Ivy gets it outside to Gillis. Lobs it down low, Edey. Edey missed off the front rim, as he's going to get fouled again, and the game clock will stop with 16:05. So free throws coming up at the line, 2 of them by Zach Edey. Chance to take the lead. First one he does. So Edey's got double-digit rebound numbers today. 10 boards. Third of his points coming at the free throw line. 3 of 4 right now. Second shot around the rim. It goes in. 16 minutes left to go. Purdue back on top. This is going to be a race to the finish here. Purdue outscoring Iowa 12-7 in the second half. It's just one team's getting cold, one team's getting hot at the right moment. Tony Perkins passes on top. Almost a loose ball. Keegan Murray scoops it up, though. Bohannon at the edge of the Big Ten tournament logo. Bohannon puts the ball into the hands of Keegan Murray. 8 on the shot clock. Keegan Murray, lob over the top. Off to his brother, Chris, and Chris gets fouled down low. It's going to be Stefanovic reaching in. The clock will stop with 15:41. And we're going to take a media timeout. Purdue by 2, 44-42 over Iowa. Great game we got right now in the Big Ten Championship. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified future live streams, I do cover mix of college hoops and NBA. And I posted a link out there in the chat. Feel free to join the Selection Sunday live stream later tonight in just over an hour. As I got the live stream link out there, just in case any of you want to go and bookmark it and know when I will be back live later tonight around 6 Eastern. Houston looking good. They lead Memphis 44-29 with under 16 minutes left to play. So that's the only other game going on right now as far as conference tournaments. Yeah, this has been a really good game. It just can't be Keegan Murray. That's the thing. That's the thing for Iowa. Can't just be one guy having a great game, taking control of this game right now. Let's see. I actually don't have the NBA tab up. I'm going to get it up, though. So I was thinking about that. I haven't updated any NBA scores just yet. Let's see. Pistons leading the Clippers 70-61. Celtics leading at halftime. How about this? 47-38. Boston. That's a halftime score right now, giving up just 38 to Dallas. The Nets pulling out the victory over the Knicks, 110-107. Kevin Durant, 53 points. It's a 2-point game here. Just too many threes shot by Iowa in this game. And Purdue has not taken a single three so far in the second half. They've gone to the free throw line twice. They made all 4 free throws so far by Purdue. Under 16 minutes left to go. Much better job handling the basketball by Purdue in half number 2. Iowa with a possession, turning the corner. Murray puts one up and he draws the foul. It's going to be a blocking foul on Travion Williams, and that will be Williams' first. So quick update on foul trouble now. 2 by Stefanovic, 2 by Gillis, 2 by Edey, 1 by Travion Williams, 1 by Ivy, 1 by Hunter Jr. for Purdue. And then Iowa foul trouble numbers. Philip Rebraca with 3. 2 by Chris Murray. 1 each by Bohannon, Perkins, Sanford, and then Patrick McCaffrey, and also Mulvey. And Keegan Murray, who's the top scorer, is yet to pick up a foul. He's got 15. Both of the shots at the line are good for Iowa, so it's tied up at 44. Purdue with the ball right back. 15-15 left to go, second half. Out to the top, Stefanovic lobs it over to Travion Williams. Oh, what a find right there. Couldn't grab it, though. Should have had 2 on the board. Behind the back pass by Travion and Eric Hunter. Hot tamale in and out of his hands. He turns it over at the baseline. Just took his eyes off the ball. One split second right there. And wasn't able to score. Was too focused on the 2 points. And got to get the basketball first cleanly and then lay it up and in. That was a nice pass by Travion. Connor McCaffrey at the wing, defended by Travion Williams. Under 15 minutes left to play. Passes towards his right out to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray defended by Morton. Step back 3 in the air. Tough shot. No good. Missed off the front rim. Pulled down in the corner. Offensive rebound. They keep it alive for the Hawkeyes. Bohannon moves it out to Perkins. Perkins at the elbow. Dribbles up to the baseline. Now back outside. Passes on top. Here's a 3 straight away. Missed again. Offensive rebound. Keegan Murray will put one up as he gets fouled. It's on Stefanovic, and that will be foul number 3 by Stefanovic. It's this point of the game that you cannot lose here. Cole Sasa Stefanovic just whacking the padding of the hoop underneath. You have to keep your composure. He checks out of the game right now. Iowa's going to get the inbound. Tie game. 14-20 left to go. That pass airmailed out of bounds off the fingertips of Connor McCaffrey. Seen a lot of mistakes in this game. Uncharacteristic type of mistakes that these two teams are making. Travion Williams, top of the key, defended by Chris Murray. Dribbles towards his left, hands it off to Jaden Ivey. Ivey passes towards his left. Goes over to Brandon Newman. Williams flings it into the free throw circle. Lost ball. Battle for it between 3 defenders. And it's going to be a Purdue travel. Ethan Morton travels with a ball. Goes back to Iowa. Virginia Tech. Yeah, Virginia Tech winning last night. That was shocking how they've gotten red hot at the right moment. Iowa with the ball under 14 minutes left to play. Handoff off to Perkins. Perkins floats it up over the top. Chris Murray snags it. He scores. Up and in off the backboard. Iowa on top by 2. Gonna slow down tempo now for Purdue. Jaden Ivey dribbles up, moves it out to the wing. Here's a 3 on its way. Morton hits it. 1 point lead by the Boilermakers. Connor McCaffrey. Bounce pass to the wing, kicked out of bounds by Williams of Purdue. 5 ties, 5 lead changes. Largest lead, Iowa by 8. And Purdue with shot making. 49% from the floor by Purdue. Iowa, just 39% today. Cold from the floor in this game. 13-15 left to play. Iowa with the ball. Out to the wing it goes to Perkins. They move it towards their right to McCaffrey. That's Connor McCaffrey. He's defended by Travion Williams. Gives it on the outside out to Keegan Murray. Keegan off of a double team, passes on top to Perkins. Perkins, loose ball, lost it. There's a foul though. And this will be charged to Purdue as the clock will stop with 12:54. Ooh, yeah, big collision. That's going to be a loose ball fall picked up by Brandon Newman. So 12:54 left to play. Iowa will get the inbound here underneath their hoop. Out to the corner, falling away, off the inbound and over the rim, missed by Keegan Murray. Purdue comes out with a defensive rebound. They just haven't been able to settle down here in the second half for the Hawkeyes. Travion Williams moves it behind him, He sets the pick for Isaiah Thompson. Thompson lost the handle, stolen away by Iowa. Here's the pass off ahead. Bounce pass, extra 2-on-1, and they score off of the turnover. Up and in, it's Patrick McCaffrey for 2, and the Hawkeyes take the 1-point lead. If you guys are doing the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. What a game. Just 2 turnovers by Iowa, 12 turnovers by Purdue. Might be the difference maker in this ball game as Iowa has scored 10 points off of turnovers. Travion Williams forces a double team around the perimeter. This might be 13. He's got to get it away. He moves it across the court and it gets intercepted by Iowa. Pass ahead and they airmail it out of bounds. Right into the CBS front row with a pep band right there for the Hawkeyes as that pass on the break just gets airmailed. That's going to be 2. That needs to be 2 if you're Iowa. Some sloppy basketball going on between these two teams right now. It's just so rushed. Everything is just so rushed. It's not controlled possessions. Just forcing stuff up. 10 steals by the Hawkeyes. Purdue with 13 total turnovers. Iowa with 3, as that was almost a 4th one. Purdue lucky to get it back on the outside. Ivy, deep range, missed the 3. Edey, offensive rebound between 2 defenders. He gets blocked from behind by Murray. Here goes the Hawkeyes. Shovel out to the top. Keegan Murray passes off to his brother Chris. Now over to the top of the key. Open 3. That's good. Patrick McCaffrey puts up the Hawkeyes by 4. I think if you're Matt Painter here, you gotta take a look at taking these timeouts. Ivy brings it up the court for Purdue. They're on a scoring drought at the last 4.5 minutes. This has been a drought here between these two teams. Gone cold once again. Purdue on 3 scoring droughts. Iowa with 2. And Edey will get fouled going up for the rebound. It's going to be charged to Keegan Murray. So that will be Keegan Murray's first personal foul. Foul number 3 is a team by Iowa. 5 by Purdue in the second half. What a game we have. As we'll be back coming up in just a couple moments. Media timeout, 11:10 left to play in the second. Alright, what a game here. If you guys are new on the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Feel free to join in for the Selection Sunday live stream coming up around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I just posted that link in the chat. You guys are welcome to bookmark it. Also, if anybody's interested in joining the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group, that link is pinned to the chat as well. I'm going to go Tommy Lloyd of Arizona for this year's Coach of the Year. So they go from not being tournament eligible last year to being the number 2 team entering the bracket behind Gonzaga. Incredible. Keegan Murray with 15 points, leading the way for Iowa. He's also the top rebounder with 6 rebounds. 5 of 13 from the floor. Purdue's top scorer is Jaden Ivey with 14. 6 of 11, just 1 for 5 from 3, though. Both of these teams struggling from 3. Purdue 4 of 12. Iowa is 6 of 23. Iowa got red hot, made 19 threes against Northwestern, but in some of those days, not going to be the case. Going to have to find other ways to do so. Zach Edey with a double-double, 10 points, 12 boards. Purdue is just destroying Iowa on the glass, 35-19. Yes, Selection Sunday is today for the Selection Sunday live stream. The bracket group, if you join the bracket group, you have any time from later tonight all the way to Thursday to fill out your bracket. So the brackets lock around Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So any time from I think 7 o'clock at night tonight to Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, the brackets lock. And 6 o'clock is Selection Sunday. So I'll be doing my live reaction stream later tonight at 6 o'clock. That's when the brackets get revealed of which teams play who. So we're almost an hour away. We've had... what do I think the first team out's going to be? Oh, first team left out of the bracket. probably going to be Wyoming. Wyoming's borderline tournament right now. I think Notre Dame's going to be the last team in the field. We get back to action quick. Foul picked up. It's going to be on Chris Murray back from the timeout. So he gets called on the reach-in defending Edey. Inbound, Gillis to Edey. Moves it out to the corner of the Ivy. Dribbles up into the key. Nice bounce pass off to Gillis. Down low. He gets rejected right underneath, and Keegan Murray comes up with the basketball. 11 minutes left to go. Iowa by 4, and they have the ball. It's going to be a fight to the finish tonight. Iowa will slow it down. Haven't seen much slowdown tempo right now in this game, as they will attack the paint, and they will draw a whistle here and a reach-in charge to... I think it's going to be on Isaiah Thompson, and it will. Yeah, that's terrible. If Michigan gets in the bracket, I didn't even consider them. I don't consider Michigan at all a tournament team, and I hope the committee sees that too. If Michigan gets in the tournament, why not Oklahoma? That's just unfair. Michigan hasn't gone on a winning streak since late January. Open three at the corner. Missed by Iowa. Just not their game today from three-point range. Joe Toussaint had a look, just couldn't come down with it. Purdue back with the ball. They've had the shots. So they've been cold from the outside. Ivy floats up one. Missed off the tip by Edey. Edey again gets fouled. Yeah, I think Notre Dame's the last one in. Notre Dame and Texas A&M in the rematch in the playing game. They'll probably pair them up with two other teams, because Notre Dame and Texas A&M played earlier this season. Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M. I believe the final score was 73-67. Gillis has the ball off the inbound. 6 fouls by Purdue, 5 by Iowa. They dump it down low out to Edey. Edey puts up a hook shot, and he hits it. Yeah, they'll probably go for a big-name school, unfortunately. It's the NCAA. Nothing shocking about sometimes with the decisions made by the NCAA, especially when it came to Bellarmine not even going to the tournament. That ruling needs to be changed. Bellarmine should be in the tournament. It's too bad that they have that rule that you have to undergo a 4-year transition period. Like, what's a transition period for what? If you have a transition period, then that should have been resolved a long time ago. Because it wasn't talked about in 2020, but Merrimack had won their conference tournament back in 2020, and they weren't able to participate. But since they play in the NEC, like, nobody looked at it as a big deal. And now it happens to Bellarmine that they get left out. And basketball is everything out in Kentucky. It's a big deal. Should have been changed. 9:25 left to go at the top. They make the extra pass to the wing. Attacking the paint. Bobble ball floats up the runner. It is good for Purdue by Brandon Newman. This is tied up at 51. 9:10 left to go. Hawkeyes with a possession. Toussaint lobs it out to the wing to Keegan Murray. Murray jab step. Defended on the outside by Gillis. Keegan Murray backs his way. Double teamed. Moves it out to Sandfort. Takes the three-point shot. He hits it. Payton Sandfort. Big-time three ball. Under 9 minutes left to go. We'll see how Purdue responds right here. Hunter Jr. passes to his left to the wing to Gillis. Gillis bounce past Edey. Top of the free throw circle. Looking to hand it off. Gives it over to Ivy. Left baseline dribble. And it's going to be a foul. Joe Toussaint knocked down. That's going to be Jaden Ivey who picks up the offensive foul. And that'll be foul number 2 by him. And that's Purdue's eighth as a team now. So Iowa will get back to basketball. I think Tennessee should be a 2. They earned it to be a 2 in the bracket for them. I see the bracketologists are split between 2s and 3s. But based on how they've been playing lately, they definitely deserve a 2. But either way, it doesn't matter because they meet up with a 3 anyway if it's possible, as that will be another 3. Goodbye, Iowa. They've caught fire at the right moment. And it happens to be one of their players off the bench, Payton Sandfort, a freshman, an X Factor. He's been able to make 3s here down the stretch. 8:10 left to go. Jameson, welcome in. I'm having some beef stew later tonight. Payton Sandfort puts up the Hawkeyes by 6. He comes off the bench, scores 8 points in 10 minutes, perfect 3 of 3 from the floor. Part of a Hawkeyes 6-zip run in the last 45 seconds. Inbound for Purdue, as we have 8 minutes left to play. Top of the key with Hunter Jr. Moves it towards his right now to the corner to Ivy. Ivy spin move, double teamed. Passes back on top, Gillis. Dribbles up into the key, pro hop, lost control of the basketball, stolen away by Keegan Murray. These have been rushed possessions by Purdue, 14 turnovers. Hawkeyes looking to extend it to their largest lead with a made basket. Towards his right around the perimeter, Toussaint working on Eric Hunter Jr. 7:35 left to play, passes out to the top, Sandfort, defended by Ivy. Moves it towards his right, back to Toussaint. Toussaint at the top of the key, dribbles at the elbow, tough shot, altered, missed off the front rim, and a defensive rebound pulled down by Edey. I can't show the game because of copyright. It's play-by-play only. Pro hop into the lane, and Iowa's going to force a tie-up. Possession arrow, Hawkeyes, as the clock will stop with 7:17. Too many yellow uniforms right in there in the key, and Jaden Ivey, pro hop, gets tied up. We're going to go on the timeout. Purdue on their 4th scoring drought of the game. 7:17 left to play. 57-51 Hawkeyes. No, I wouldn't have them as a 5 seed. It's way too low for them. They be a 3. I expect Purdue to be a 3. If you guys are doing a stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Guys would like to be notified here of future live streams I do cover. And if anybody's interested in joining the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge, feel free to do so. That link is pinned to the chat. All are welcome to join in, as we have over 35 plus people joined into the Bracket Challenge group currently. And also, feel free to join in for my final stream today. It will be my live reactions video to the Selection Sunday live stream. That will take place at 6 o'clock later today. So around in just under an hour from now, we'll find out what the seeds of the teams are coming up. So many threes taken by Iowa, starting to make a couple of them by Payton Sandfort, and he's been a difference maker. Number 2 scorer behind Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray with 15, Payton Sandfort, 8 points for him, 3 for 3. Shooting from the floor, perfect 2 for 2 from three-point range in 11 minutes. Quick look at foul trouble. For Iowa, Philip Rebraka with 4 personal fouls, 3 by Chris Murray. Only 2 players with foul trouble. And then for Purdue, quite more as far as players with 2. Sasa Stefanovic has got 3 fouls, though. And then Mason Gillis, Zach Edey, Jaden Ivey, and Brandon Newman all have 2 fouls. Yes, Michigan State's going to get in. Yeah, Michigan State's going to get in. Even though I know they've been struggling down the stretch lately. What's good, Ethan? Welcome back to the stream, man. What a game we have here. Big Ten Championship. 14 turnovers by Purdue. It's been a struggle part of the game. Iowa just seeing if they can hang in on the glass. Iowa's only got 3 turnovers today. That's what they've been doing all season long really well. Not turning over the basketball. Back to action. 7:15 left to play. Hook shot in the key. Missed by Travion Williams. It goes right back to Iowa. Quick update. Houston leading Memphis 51-44 with 9 minutes left to go. That's strange. That game tipped off 15 minutes before this one. And that game is 2 minutes later than this game. Currently 7 minutes left to play here. This game's gone by fast. Missed shot, no good. So Houston, low-scoring game with a 7-point lead. It goes right back to Purdue with a defensive rebound. Hunter Jr. Bounce pass out to Travion Williams. Williams backs his way low post. Hook shot, puts one up off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, save for a moment, and Mason Gillis puts it to the wrong player. Turnover number 15 by Purdue. Iowa kicks it out to the corner, intercepted by Eric Hunter. Out of control for both of these teams. Eric Hunter at the top gives it over to Stefanovic. Stefanovic passes to the baseline. Ivy slips in a banana peel. Oh no. Jaden Ivey is hurt. Jaden Ivey is hurt. And he is down right now, and this looks bad. Lower right back, it looks like right now. Oh, man. Just skidded. I don't know if there was a wet spot there. Slipped in a banana peel. Jeesh. Holy smokes. Whole Purdue fan base just catching their breath right there. Jeesh. Just extended that right ankle. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Devastating. Ivy now heads to the bench. Good to see him able to walk off the court up on his feet, though. It's going to be Iowa to the free throw line here. Tony Perkins missed the free throw. And it goes right back to Purdue. 6 minutes left to play. Purdue has the ball. Hunter Jr., top of the key, working on Bohannon. Dribble drives. Down the lane inside. Passes on top. Stefanovic launches a 3. That's well short. Travion Williams. Offensive rebound. Puts it up and scores. Up and in off the glass. They got to do everything right now with number 50. Number 50's kept them in this game. This is shocking that this game hasn't turned into a shootout right now. Both of these teams have been on scoring droughts. Perkins right to the cup. He lays it up and in with a right hand. Puts Iowa up by 6. 5.5 left to go in the second. Purdue with the ball. At the wing. They give it over to Travion Williams. Williams backs his way down inside the low post. Travion pivot move underneath. Oh man, that's a strong bucket right there by Travion. Up and in off the glass. Goes backdoor. This man has been able to keep him right in the game today. 11 and 10 for Travion with 3 assists. 5 minutes left to go. Turning the corner. Sandfort, right hand. Scoops it, and that's good. Friendly bounce off the rim. Payton Sandfort have a game off the bench. 61-55. Sandfort, the freshman, 10 points. Number 2 scorer behind Keegan Murray with 15. Stefanovic lobs it over to Travion Williams, and we're going to have a foul. It's committed on Chris Murray of Iowa. This will send Purdue into the bonus. Oh, that's a good sign right there. Jaden Ivey back into the game for Purdue. 4:50 left to play. Jaden Ivey checking right back into the game. Oh, the teams to the bracket aren't out just yet. The teams to the bracket come out today at 6 o'clock. They get announced. So I think they're gonna update the website around like 6:30, 7 o'clock with the teams from the bracket. So just in like 2 hours from now, they should be up there. That's huge. So Jaden Ivey back in the court for Purdue. Purdue missed the free throw in the bonus. Around the rim and out by Travion Williams. Goes right back to Iowa. Hawkeyes with 4:30 left to go on the clock. Lob inside. Keegan Murray snatches it. Missed it. No good. Pinwheels around. Multiple defenders. Hot tamale on the court. Who's got the basketball tie-up? Iowa pointing with Sanford. That is Hawkeyes' possession. Who has got the possession arrow here? It's a tie-up. This should stay Iowa basketball. Hot tamale bouncing off around five players in that possession. It will stay Iowa ball. Iowa will get the inbound. The mop crew has to come up on the court and clean up the wet spot right now. This game has been going on non-stop without many timeouts. 4:22 left to go. This game is faster than Memphis against Houston right now. Both of these teams with 3 timeouts remaining. It's just we've been blazing by this game as far as the speed with the time. Inbound, Iowa gets it. 4:20 on the clock. Keegan Murray at the elbow, backs his way into the key. Keegan puts one up through contact, and he's going to head to the free throw line. It's on Gillis, who picks up the blocking foul for Purdue. Yeah, that's not good, man. Sheesh. If he has a back injury, that's concerning. Gillis not happy about the call. That's going to be the 3rd foul picked up by Gillis. So Keegan Murray, he's gone cold here in the second half. He's got 15 points, going to head to the free throw line, shoot 2 for Iowa. Keegan Murray it doesn't seem like he has 6 points in the second half. It's because he exploded in the first half. So some deep foul trouble. Philip Rebraka, Chris Murray with 4 fouls picked up by Iowa. And for Purdue, it is Stefanovic and Gillis with 3. First one by Keegan Murray is good. Second one is up and through as well. 63-55. 4:15 left to play. All depends on who they play, I guess. Possibly, it's just the opponents. That's the big thing. Because if they fall into a grouping of teams that just can't defend the 3 ball, I think they could make it potentially to the second weekend if they have 2 of those opponents in a row. Here's a deep range 3 by Ivy. Missed off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Ripped away it was Iowa who had it, but Williams came down with it as the officials came in, and this will be a loose ball foul assessed to Perkins of Iowa. So 63-55 to score. Iowa by 8, timeout taken on the floor. Purdue should be going to the free throw line in the bonus 1-1 coming up after the timeout. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here, future live streams that I do cover. And, man, incredible college basketball season that we have had. Join me later tonight after this one. Selection Sunday live stream, 45 minutes away. I post that link out in the chat for those who are interested. By the way, Houston leading Memphis 51-45 with 7:15 left to go. Yeah, it's all about who draws who, especially between those 10-7s, 11-6s. It's probably where Virginia Tech's going to be, around that 11 or 10 line, most likely. And those are like big question marks on who's going to draw who. Not 9-8s. A lot of those happen to be toss-ups. I've been seeing a lot of TCU versus Marquette in the 9-8 matchup. Yeah, if this doesn't go into overtime, That'd be the first time in quite a while, I feel like. Because last year was Ohio State, Illinois. Let's see here. Results history from the Big Ten tournament. Yeah, that game went into overtime last year. 91-88, Illinois beat Ohio State in OT. 65-60, Michigan State beat Michigan in 2019. There were a couple of larger defeats in there. 2018, Michigan beat Purdue by 9. Michigan beat Wisconsin by 15 in 2017. And then, 2015 had a game going to overtime in the Big Ten title game. Wisconsin over Michigan State in OT, 80-69. Michigan State beat Purdue by 4 in 2016, 66-62. So many close Big Ten championship games besides Ohio State when they destroyed Minnesota 90-61 back in 2010. Yeah, that's ridiculous. If they get put as an 8 seed, that's a shame. $3:54 left to go. Travion Williams will head to the free throw line coming up for Purdue. In the bonus, 1-1, just a 58% free throw shooter. First one is good. Yeah, that would be a nice game right there. Virginia Tech can make threes. Boise State cannot get buckets, but they can play a heck of a defensive game for Boise State. Boise State cannot shoot free throws at all. Virginia Tech can. Really interesting matchup there between those two. Second one is good. 3:50 left to go. Iowa with the possession, up by 6. Lob down low. That was a missed time pass. Way too rushed on that, looking for Murray. Off the rim it goes. As we have Ivy with it. Takes it right down the lane with the right hand. Splits defenders and he scores. What a move right there to the cup by Jaden Ivey. Ain't giving up just yet. 3:30 left to go. Purdue pulls winning 4. Kevin, welcome to the stream. Yep, Wisconsin is definitely going to be in the tournament. Keegan Murray stripped of the basketball. Purdue comes out with a steal. Not quality possessions. The last two by Iowa. Here's Purdue with a 3, and that is good. Stood still off the back rim, went dead, and it drops down for the triple by Eric Hunter Jr. The luck of the 3 ball bouncing dead off the back rim. Wow. Talk about a lucky drop. Purdue pulls winning 1 on a 7-zip run in 45 seconds. Timeout taken on the floor. 3:09 left to play. 2 timeouts remaining by Iowa. 3 by Purdue. This is anybody's game right now. Wow. And Iowa in some deep foul trouble as well. Chris Murray, Philip Rabraka with 4 personal fouls. Purdue has got 2 players with 3. Gillis and Stefanovic. Wisconsin is probably gonna be around. I think they'll probably be a 3 seed, most likely. Yeah, they're drawing a 3 seed right now. Yeah, I think back end 3, borderline 4. Oh yeah, this game's on CBS currently. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. What a game between these two teams. If you haven't already done so, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned on the chat. Also, feel free to join the Selection Sunday live stream, as that link is in the chat as well. Oh, these games are amazing. All these games in the tournament have been amazing. Like, for the most part, besides a couple of them that got blown out. Last year was Baylor over Gonzaga. What a game. 3:09 left remaining. Jaden Ivey, top scorer. 16 points for Ivey. He's got 6 assists. Travion Williams, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Zach Edey with a double-double as well. 12 points, 14 boards. This game isn't even close in the rebound numbers. Plus 18 on the glass in favor of Purdue, 43-25. Iowa, leading scorer, Keegan Murray, 17 points. Peyton Sandfort with 10. Randy, thanks so much for joining in, bud. What a game we have. 3:09 left to play. Just to update, actually, Iowa is in a double bonus next time around at the free throw line. Inbound goes to the Hawkeyes. 7-zip run by Purdue in the last 45 seconds. Back to action. Bohannon at the top of the key. 3 minutes left to play. Passes off to his right into the hands of Connor McCaffrey. Dribbles around the perimeter. Connor McCaffrey defended by Travion Williams. Moves it over to Perkins. 10 on the shot clock. Perkins defended by Ivey on the outside. Passes to the corner. Dribbling up inside the key. Pump fake. Contacted. Rolls around the rim, but it goes in. Travion Williams picks up the blocking fall, and the shot is made by Connor McCaffrey for Iowa, as he will go to the free throw line and shoot one. What a game. Connor McCaffrey goes right into Williams, drawing contact. Chance to pull within 3. Or they have pulled within 3. Chance to pull within 4 coming up here with a 1 shot the line. Providence is supposed to be a 4. Maybe a 5, possibly. Depending on how far they fell. Free throw is good. 2:40 left to play. The Hawkeyes on top by 4. Purdue with the ball. Ivey at the top of the key, defended by Perkins. 2.5 left to go. Ivey dribbles up to the elbow. Ivey swings it down low. Poor pass, deflected and intercepted. 17 turnovers by Purdue. Iowa with just 6 total turnovers. Hawkeyes have the ball. They're going to slow down tempo. Iowa, one of the top teams in fewest turnovers per game. And that's been a big difference maker as Travion Williams reaching in. Travion Williams called for a reach in. And that's going to be his 3rd. And Matt Painter, hands up in the air. Dazed and confused like always. Not happy about the call. 2:13 left to go. Iowa in the double bonus shooting 2 at the free throw line with Philip Rebraka. Yeah, I hope so, man. These Big East teams turn out and have great tournaments. What a game. First shot by Rebraka. It's good. I thought that these two teams would score in the 80s. Second shot. Missed off the front rim. Peels around, and it's going to be Purdue's basketball off the rebounds. 2:05 left to play. Purdue down by 5. Looking for something on the outside. Stefanovic passes off to Williams. Travion Williams had a cutter right from behind. He's going to power his way himself. Missed off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Gillis. As we have a foul called on Iowa. So this will send Mason Gillis to the free throw line. It's going to be picked up by Connor McCaffrey of Iowa. $157 left to go. Gillis 84% this season at the free throw line. Perfect 2 for 2 today. Yes, I think Purdue's going to drop to a 3. First shot. Skipped around the rim, no good. Pinwheels around, and defensive rebound pulled down by Connor McCaffrey. Minute 50 left to go. Can't make the free throws. Iowa's going to slow it down. Bohannon, edge of the logo. Moves it over to Chris Murray at the wing. Chris Murray hands it off to Perkins. Perkins dribbles up into the key, passes out to the corner. Oh, lost the defender. Ivy on the hard one. Now he's up. Bohannon moves it outside. Here's a three from deep. Missed off the back rim. No good by Connor McCaffrey. Battle for the rebound. Tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Purdue. 1:26 left to go. It's going to stay Iowa basketball. What a game. Ivy and Keegan and Chris Murray going for. Ooh, that looked like it was off of Chris Murray's shoe last, unless it was tipped out before. Let's see. That's close. They got a bottom cam here. That looks like it's off of Chris Murray. Yeah, that's off of Chris Murray of Iowa. This should be Purdue basketball. So they're looking at this right now on the monitor. That's clearly off the shoe of Chris Murray. Let's see here in a slow-mo. Yeah. That looks like it's off of Iowa. Off of Chris Murray. Nice heads-up play there by Jaden Ivey to tip it off of him. So this should be Purdue basketball. 1:26 remaining. Purdue trailing by 5. Yeah, that would be a great matchup. Arizona, I think they got a chance to take on Bryant in the first round. That would be an explosion of points. Bryant's going to get destroyed, though. They might take on TCU in the second round for Arizona. Or maybe UNC. 1:26 left to play. And this will be Purdue basketball. Purdue with 3 timeouts left remaining. 2 timeouts by Iowa. Inbound for Purdue. They take it past midcourt with Eric Hunter. Hunter at the wing. Passes off to Stefanovic. Rises for the J. Missed off the front rim. No good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Bohannon of Iowa. Stefanovic, 1 for 8 in this game. 1 for 6 from 3-point range. Streaky. $1:11 left to play. What I see here today, I see a team that might not make it to the second weekend that had 17 turnovers. That reached a peak back in November and December. First shot good at the line for Iowa. 1:11 left to go. Hawkeyes by 6. Late game situations. Just crack under pressure. Absolutely cracking under pressure here lately. The numbers for Purdue, scoring-wise for Purdue, they've gone from 80s and 90s back at the start of the season against teams like Tennessee, Villanova, to now scoring 62 right before the bracket reveal. This team has gone on 4 or 5 separate scoring droughts throughout the game, and they airball at 3. Goes out of bounds by Ivy. He is 1 for 7 from 3. This team was hovering around 40% from 3-point range throughout the season. They've had a lot of cold games lately. This game, they're at 29%. 1:03 left to go. I think they're in some deep trouble. And the timeout taken by Iowa. There's no reason why they have 3 timeouts at this stage of the game. Iowa will burn a timeout here. They're down to 1. No, they seem like they peaked months ago for this Purdue team. Late game scenarios, it seems like they've cracked under pressure. Quick update here on a couple other, one other score going on. Actually, the Celtics taking on the Mavs right now. Boston leads 77-76 at the start of the fourth. But one other game going on for college hoops. American Conference Championship. Houston leading Memphis 63-53 in the final 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We got here 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go. UCLA versus Baylor or Tennessee. I really like that Tennessee team, what they've shown this weekend for me. I think that defense is going to be a tough out, and they've improved their scoring throughout the course of the season. I think that would be a tough matchup for UCLA, because Tennessee is able to just suffocate you. Iowa will get the inbound. 1 minute left to go. And Purdue will follow with 1:02 remaining. It's going to send Tony Perkins to the line to shoot 2. They're in the double bonus. If anybody's interested, feel free to join in for the selection show, as I'll be doing my live reactions around 6 o'clock Eastern Time. That link is pinned to the chat. All are welcome to join in. What a game here. It's just late moments like these. Purdue cracking under pressure. Iowa making the first free throw at the line. This Purdue team scored 93 in their first power conference game at Mohegan Sun against UNC back on November 20th. They scored 80 points in a 6-point victory over Villanova the day after, 80-74. Second free throw is no good. They are struggling to put 70 on the board at a consistent rate throughout the course of the last 5 games. Purdue gets a quick bucket, 70-64 to score. Timeout taken on the floor with 52.2 seconds left to play as Purdue takes the timeout. They're down to 2 timeouts. That's too funny. Georgia's going to hire Mike White. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, you're stuck at bottom of the barrel SEC forever if that's the case. Yikes. Purdue, here's the last 5 games for them. 65 points in the 3-point loss at Michigan State. 67 in the 3-point loss at Wisconsin. 69-67 winning the season finale against Indiana at home. 69 points against Penn State on Friday. 75 yesterday to Outlier. And today they've only scored 64. This team, you look back to January, they were scoring 80 on Northwestern, 83 on Iowa, 81 on Ohio State, 88 on Minnesota, 82 on Michigan, 84 on Illinois. Think back to January. They scored 92 on Nebraska, 96 in a double overtime victory on President's Day over Illinois. Outlet pass off to Keegan Murray. He throws it down with a 2-handed jam. 72-64. Purdue's defense getting caught off guard in the inbound to the wing. Here's a 3. Travion Williams takes one. Not your typical perimeter shooter. He is way off the mark. Here's a jumper. Missed off the back rim. No good by Purdue. Bodies collide. Defensive rebound pulled down by Iowa. No call. Bohannon dribbles. 33 seconds left to go. Bohannon circles around the defense. And finally, they'll reach in with 31.1. Iowa going to the free throw line to shoot 2. 1 year ago, the Big Ten runner-up bounced out in the first round. Do we have it once again for a second year in a row? Could be the case. Could be the case with this type of coaching. Could be the case. I don't know if they're going to draw up Colgate, but I think third time is the charm for Matt Lengel, depending on who they get in the bracket. Yes, I think Memphis is a lock. Probably a 10 seed. Or a 9. They beat Houston twice before that. Both of the free throws are good. 10-point lead at the wing. Eric Hunter Jr. 25 seconds left to go. Desperation time. Pulls up. Halfway around the rim. No good. And it will be Iowa basketball with 21.9. As Purdue picks up another foul. Yeah, that was a double overtime game. This Purdue team beat North Carolina State in overtime by 10. Their best basketball was months ago. Best basketball was months ago for this team. They've been streaky all throughout lately in the last 5. Iowa will head to the free throw line. And the first one missed, second one was good, up by 11. 18 seconds left to play. Ivy down the lane, almost slipped and he scores right there with the right hand. All they're getting is just Ivy and Travion Williams. That is it. 2 players don't make up a team. 2 players might lose against a team of 5 sharpshooters on them if they do happen to have that, or 5 players that score in double figures that move the ball around extremely well. All depends on who they meet. We'll find out in under a half an hour from now. Iowa, your Big Ten champions, as they pull out the victory 75-66 over Purdue. The 5 seed takes the conference. Incredible season here by Iowa, turning things around. A couple weeks ago, they just had one quad one victory, and they go on a roll in the last 2 weeks and take the Big Ten Conference Tournament Championship. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Under half an hour from now, we'll have the Selection Sunday live stream. Make sure to join this link back around 6 o'clock Eastern time tonight. I just posted the link out in the chat right there. And feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group as well. As if you guys are interested, click the link, join in, and then when the brackets come out, you guys are welcome to put out your brackets as well out there. Wow. Big dub by Iowa here, 75-66. The final score. On to Selection Sunday. I'll be back in around 20 minutes from now, so make sure to join that stream. It's going to be awesome, everybody. I'm going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of my live stream, as we have Jason, Cindy, Rajeep, Oldad, Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D-Block, BP Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Aruhan, Mike, Mark, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino Josa, Elkian GFR 90, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Man and Hayes, Barco, Dave, Rides of Steel, Kelly, and Bruin. Iowa Hawkeyes, the Big Ten champions, 75-66 over the Purdue Boilermakers. Make sure to join into the Selection Sunday live stream in a little bit. That link is out in the chat for all. If you're interested there, make sure to bookmark it. And we'll be back around 6 o'clock for the Selection Sunday live stream. Thanks so much, everybody. And happy bracketing. And we'll have the Selection Sunday live stream coming up in around 20 minutes.